I do welcome you to Bible Times. I'm Willard Pless, and today we want to talk about how is Satan building his kingdom here on earth. How is he doing this? What's happening? And the Bible gives this very thing, and this is what we want to talk about. And so we want to learn, when did Satan come to earth to start doing this? He came to earth on April the 8th in 2024. This is when the solar eclipse came and the devil comet showed up. Now, if you look at the time before that, the 5 months, on October the 7th in 2023, the war in heaven broke out between Satan and Michael and Satan's angels and Michael's angels. They fought, and it's a war of words. And Michael used the word of God to defeat Satan. So on April the 8th, he was kicked out. And you learn about this in Revelation chapter 9. And also Revelation chapter 12 about this war taking place in heaven. And he was kicked out. And see, what this really means is that he's never allowed to go back before God anymore. Before, he could come to earth and then he could go back before God and accuse certain ones, bring accusations against them to God and try to get God to do things to them. But now he can't go back to God anymore. He's done that the whole time until he got kicked out, and now he can't go back. So he came to earth on April the 8th in 2024, that he came to earth to build his kingdom here. And since then, in 2025, in January of 2025, that he brought President Trump to power, which is the beast that the Bible talks about. And we learn about that in Revelation chapter 13. See, Satan comes to earth in Revelation 12, and then he brings the beast back to power, which is President Trump. And Satan's building his kingdom through President Trump. This is what's going on. And he's got President Trump and the world deceived. And he's doing this, and President Trump wants to be treated as a king and run the world as a king, like a king. And that's what's going on, and this is the time that we're living in now. And things have happened. We know the prophecy that Joel gave about the sun turning to darkness and the moon turning to blood, and we've already seen these two signs done. And the Bible talks about Jesus coming soon. And we're here in October now of 2025. And in the Jewish calendar, we've started the 5786, year 5786. We started that year. And in the Gregorian calendar, of course, we're in the last part of 2025, and we'll soon start 2026 when we come to January. And this is where a lot of things are going to happen during this time. And Paul talked about the perilous times and that he gave to Timothy in 2 Timothy chapter 2. And Paul also talked about the peace thing that they're trying to get going now between Israel and Hamas and stop the war. And Paul talked about that in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, that they'd be talking about peace and safety, but sudden destruction would come. So, see, we need to understand what the Bible is giving. The Bible is talking about all of this. And I've been trying to share a lot of it. And I know people are turning it away, and they're telling me that I'm a false prophet, false teacher, that I need to stop it, and even told me to leave America, because America has become the new Babylon now. And this started in 2000, that America started coming back as Babylon. And so the Bible gives all of this, and we've been talking about all of it. But I know there's not time to talk about everything on one video. We'd be here for hours if we done that. And people always talk about, give me a verse. But when Jesus used Old Testament, when he quoted Old Testament things, he didn't give chapter and verse. Of course, then didn't have chapter and verses, but he didn't even give a page where to go find it. See, if you're a Bible student, you already read these things. You already know where to find things that is going to go on in these last days. We're in the tribulation days now. We're in the last year of the tribulation days. Started in 2018, when the beast showed up and conquered Israel, and all of that is given in the scriptures. Even talked about in Revelation chapter 6 about the rider of the white horse, and that's America, as America's become Babylon. And the red horse, was Russia, that took peace from the earth. And the problem that people really have is they can't bring the Bible to reality. They can't see that the things that are in the Bible are going on, that they're coming to be fulfilled, that they can be seen. The Bible signs and everything, and what Satan's doing when he came to earth and when he started, and we're now here going on the second year. He came in 2024 in April, and see, we're looking at the Bible calendar. The Bible calendar runs from April to April. If you look at the Bible calendar, it's from Nisan to Nisan, and that comes about in April, March and April. Last of March begins April. The month of Nisan for 2026 will begin on March the 19th here in 2026. So I know you don't study these things and look at it and figure it out and understand what's really going on, but the Bible gives these things. And we're getting close for Jesus' coming. We're going to come to the marriage supper of the Lamb soon here. And this marriage is going to take place in heaven. This is when the resurrection will come. This is when Jesus will choose the 144,000 Jews, that they will remain alive and meet him there on Mount Zion, place where he was crucified, that he'll meet with them there when he comes. And then he'll take the sixth millennial down that's been shortened and send the beast to fire and all of those that have received the mark and go through the nations of the world and judge them, and people with evil hearts will also be sent to the fire. But see, there's going to be a seventh millennial. And Jesus is going to be sitting on the throne then for the seventh millennial. And we're getting close for the sixth millennial to end and the seventh millennial to begin. And the Bible is talking about all this. You can look at the time we're talking about here is Revelation chapter 12 through chapter 19, talking about Jesus is coming. He comes in Revelation chapter 19. And the nations have already gathered there in the valley of Megiddo, and Jesus comes and fights that battle and sends the beast and the false prophet to the fire, and then puts the army and into the winepress of God, and the blood will flow to the horse's bridle, as we learn about in the scriptures. And if you're a Bible student, you know these things. You've read them. You may not understand them. You may just be religious and don't understand the meaning of things and not able to bring it to reality. If you're just religious, you can't bring it to reality. You can read things and be religious and do religious stuff. See, Israel was like that when Jesus came. The scribes and the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the Herodians, and they were mighty religious. He talked to Nicodemus, which was a teacher of the Pharisee religion and a powerful leader in the nation of Israel. But he didn't have God in his heart. And the scribes and the Pharisees tried to tell Jesus that they were following God, but Jesus told them, you're not. Go to chapter 8 in the Gospel of John, and where Jesus is there before them and talking to them and learn what he's telling them. They're mighty religious, the scribes and the Pharisees, and they're religious, but they don't know God. Jesus tells them, you're following Satan. See, this is what's getting built in this world right now, Satan's kingdom. That's what he's doing here on earth now. And he's bringing this about, and that's why we see the things are going on like we do. And we want to see and understand what's going on, and we want to be a part and helping God in every way that he can use us. Without him, we can do nothing. We can't even understand things without Him in your heart. Nobody can. And so we hope you'll let Him in your heart and begin to walk with Him and begin to understand and see what's going on in this world and get ready for His coming, because He's coming soon. So God bless you, and you have a great day.